What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 5 things that I do not like about my BMW F30. Now these things are not going to be, I know not everybody's going to agree, and these are things that maybe your BMW does have or maybe it does not have. I'm actually doing this off the top of my head, and I just want to see if there really is 5 things that I can think of right away without actually picking at it, because you know, when we actually sit down and think about something, we find things that maybe are really not that big of a deal. So I'm actually warming up the car, and there's videos that I want to make, but if you guys notice, it's really depressing outside. Let me see if I can focus. It's raining, it's cold, it's 39 degrees. There you go. It's actually probably colder outside because the car's been sitting in the garage. And well, I just wanted to make this video because maybe you guys might consider this if you haven't already bought a BMW. If this is something that you might want to consider, or things that you might kind of want to expect to deal with if you do happen to get one. So anyways, to start off, I want to say that I'm not a fan of the interior, the dash, the center console. It's too plasticky. Like if you knock on it, you can hear the plastic. Now my old E90 wasn't like that. Even the E46, I can't remember. I've had an E36, but I can't remember how the center console was. But the E90 was really solid, and yes, maybe it does add weight to the car, but I mean, when you hit it, you wouldn't hear anything rattle or anything sound echoey. And with the muffler delete, I've noticed that some of the things here, you can hear a slight vibration in the plastic. Now I don't know if it's coming from the center console or if it's coming somewhere from the dash, and that's one thing that I don't like about the F30s. The interior just kind of downgraded a little bit from the E90s. But yeah, guys, that's one thing, the center console. So second, I actually don't like it. I'm gonna try to show you guys here in a little bit. Let's see. One thing that, actually, let me go forward before I end up hitting something. Alright, so let's say, for example, you're parking. Let's say if you didn't have a backup camera or backup sensors, right? And you're trying to back up into a tight space. So now let's say or if, for example, you go to a car meet, you realize you got to move the car back. So let's say usually what some people tend to do is they'll have the door open, and then they'll start backing up the car. So they put it in reverse, and you're trying to back up the car, right? And now look what happens. Secure vehicle against rolling. So because you have the door open, you're not able to either kind of like just back up and look. Sorry about the mess, but you guys, like I was saying, you're not able to back up and leave the door open. So what you have to do is you have to close the door, and now, oh wait, you hit okay, blah blah blah, and then you put it in reverse. Now you can go in reverse. Alright, so now that we're driving, I can actually tell you the third thing that I do not like about this car, and that is the steering. I'm not sure if some of you guys are gonna like this, but if you haven't driven an E90, the E90 has a lot more, actually even the older BMWs, because the E46 feels the same way. So the E46 and the E90, the steering wheel was a lot stiffer than what this is, and I don't mind it, because whenever you switch it to sport mode, the steering gets stiffer. But actually I would prefer to have stiffer steering the entire time, but without having to put it in sport mode, because then it's just going to be revving higher, it's going to be wasting more gas. So if I'm just driving around town, I don't want to be driving it in sport mode while I'm trying to save gas, just because I want to have stiffer steering. If you haven't driven an E90 or E46, try to drive one just so you guys can get an idea. But it's one of those things that I feel like you feel more in control with the steering, with it being stiffer than what this is. Alright, and the fourth thing that I do not like about this car is that the car is from Florida. hold on. And this reminds me, this is actually another thing that I do not like, but let me take this call and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. Alright, where was I at? Okay, so the fourth thing that I do not like, the car is, like I was saying, the car's from Florida, and unfortunately the car has been there its entire time, and this car does not have seat warmers. It literally has every option, but it does not have seat warmers. I believe it has every option. That's why I really went down to get it, and with it having all the options, I really didn't think about it too much. But I realized once, you know, which actually whenever I got it, it was during the summer, and well, when it came time the winter time came, I realized that it would have been nice to have seat warmers. It's not a big deal. It's just something nice to have, that once you get used to like all your other cars having it, and then you get into a BMW, it's like, what the fuck, like where's the seat warmers? You would expect, it's one of those things that at this time, at this, you know, with the year that the car is, you would expect for seat warmers to be kind of like a basic option in BMWs. I mean, you find them in a lot of other different cars, and unfortunately with BMW you have to get certain options based on whatever you might want to buy, for like if you buy them new. But if you buy them used, obviously you kind of have to get what you can get. You know, you really can't be picky. And like I said, it's not a big deal, but it would have been nice to have, especially when it's like freaking 20 degrees outside. All right, and the fifth and final thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but for those of you that are able to connect your phone to the Bluetooth in the car to listen to music, have you guys been listening to music off your phone, and then all of a sudden you guys get a call, and so everything goes fine, like you get off the phone call, but then you end up getting disconnected. The music stops playing. I mean, it'll be playing on your phone, but you're not able to hear anything on the speakers. So what I've had to do sometimes is I'll have to disconnect the Bluetooth from the car and reconnect it in order for me to be able to listen to music once again. And I find that really annoying, especially if I'm like, say, driving in the highway, if it's kind of busy, or in the city, and then if, you know, you're in the mood, you listen to the music, blah, blah, whatever, and then you get a phone call is like maybe 30 seconds long, and then you go back and to try to listen to your music, but you can't, because now you got to disconnect and connect everything again. So that's one of those things that I find very annoying, and I'm not sure if there's a fix to it. If any of you guys have dealt with it, let me know if you guys know a way to fix it. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know what some of the things that you guys don't like about your car. Leave it in the comments below, and if you don't have a BMW or a F30, let me know what kind of car you have and what things you don't like about it. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'll be making more videos in the future on the car itself. Once this stupid rain stops and it actually warms up, there's a lot of other videos that I want to make. So feel free, subscribe, drop a like, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next time. I think I said in the next time. I meant in the next one. Peace.